Stop doing this one thing if you really want to attract more wealth, more clients, and more of anything, money really, into your life. I'm Brenda Trott. They call me the Make Money in Your Sleep Girl, and I typically show people how to do stupid, simple methods of marketing their business so they can spend more time doing what they love, often sleeping. But today I'm doing one of my little things that I've just started to add, which you can call manifesting, you can call mind work, you can call, I just call it what works. And so what we're talking about today is one thing that I know you're doing because I've done it. And it's something that you can stop doing right away. And that is saying, I can't afford it. So whether you're talking to me about taking me on as a coach, if you're talking to me about taking on my services, if you are talking to the guy that knocks on your door and tells you that he wants to sell you the best cleaner in the world, oftentimes we revert back to that simple saying, oh, I can't afford that. And that is telling your subconscious that you don't have any money. It's telling it that that's a safe place to be. And you need to stop it. Stop it right now. So if you have to have something to say, let me back up and tell you when I first noticed I was doing this. I was working for myself. My story is a little bit long. I'm going to start off in the middle, working for myself from home. I was a single parent, 4 children. And one day, my son sat down at the table where I was working, and he had a very serious look on his face. He might have been about 9 or 10 years old. And he said, Mom, we need to talk. He said, I think you need to get a job. I said, don't you see me working here right now for people? And he said, no, Mom. You need to get a job where you go to work and they give you money. And I continued this conversation to understand where he was coming from and realized that often he would hear me say, we can't afford that. And so in his mind, working for yourself meant that you were constantly poor. It had nothing to do with the fact that I had 4 kids and I was the only one bringing an income in. But he had a very valid point. I was constantly telling him that we couldn't afford stuff. And so at that moment, that's when I stopped and I changed my verbiage. And I was just starting out, so I changed my verbiage to something like, that's not a financial priority at this time. No salesperson could get past that. They often say I can't afford it because if it's a money thing, walk away. But when I said it's not a financial priority for me at this time, what were they going to say? What would my son say? You wanted, a $6,000 trip. That's not a financial priority for me at this time. Okay? It still keeps you and your subconscious in control of your money. If you follow Abraham Adolph, she'll tell you to stick a $100 bill in your pocket and walk around the store and say, I can afford that, I can afford that, I can afford that, I can afford that. And you're telling yourself that you have all of these wonderful choices, even if you're slim. And trust me, if you know my story, you know that I've been there. I've been there. But this is one technique that you can use. Stop saying I can't afford it. Start saying something else. Even better, I can afford that. Mike Dooley will say, will tell you to say, oh, it's a great thing I'm rich. And one day he was. Okay? So your car breaks out, oh, it's a great thing I'm rich. Good thing I'm rich. Because obviously that is a priority for you at this time. So really watch your words, stop saying it, and you'll start seeing that income coming and staying. Please go ahead and click subscribe. If you only want to hear about my manifesting things, you can subscribe, and only subscribe to the playlist of, what do I call it? I think it's Manifesting is the name of the playlist. Otherwise, if you want to hear good marketing tips to help grow your business, go ahead and subscribe to all of them. And of course, hit that bell icon so you know when I go live.